Hello guys, welcome back again to Binary Tool. So there's a video that I shared some time back on how to trade accumulators. So let me redo the video. So the first thing you go to a D trader. So you can see. Okay, let me just remove these indicators first. Let me remove these indicators. Okay. So here on rise and fall, we are going to pick accumulators. We are going to trade accumulators. So accumulators is a very simple kind of a market that you can trade, yeah, but it's also again a risky kind of a trade. So what you consider, you can. I always advise you split your screen to two. You can split your screen to two if you have two devices. But if you only have one device, then it's going to be a problem. Let's split this screen to two. Yeah, it's good if you use a laptop. Yeah? So I'm also going to log in so let me refresh the accumulators on this other screen. So going to back to D trader. Also this side we're going to D trader. Not now. Okay. So make sure you are on accumulators on both screens. So okay, fine. We have already set our thing. So this is the statistics of how these accumulators have been occurring. Then let's just stop. So I prefer to trader. So the first thing that you consider is this one. Should be at least it should be a constant 0.00. So these are green and red direction. Make sure it is 0.000 to make sure that that market is not that highly volatile. You know, if you're trading in a highly volatile market, you may end up blowing your account because you predict according to the growth rate of this market. So if it's growing at a rapid speed, then you may end up blowing your account. So let's start from volatility 10 index. Let's see how it is. If it's stable, yeah, you can see this one. Yeah, okay, it's at least stable. It is 0.00. So also on the other screen, we're going to set to volatility 10 index. Now you can see this one here is on 3%. So let's change it to 1%. So this one is going to analyze for the trend on the last okay, using a 1% growth rate, and the other screen is going to analyze for the 3% growth rate. So you can see we have a small account here of $5. The reason as why I decided to use this as a small account is because most traders, they can't afford those big accounts. So when I record a video, the big account, people think that that strategy only work for big account. That's why I decided to use a small account. So let's go back to my account. Okay, so I'm going to set my stake here. I have an account of $5. I'm going to set my stake to $5. You can also set your take profit. You can also set your take profit and stop loss. So, all right. So this is how you do it. So let's wait. So we are waiting when it breaks out of this barrier on both volatilities, on both sides, on the 1% growth. So you can see it has break out of the two barriers. So you can see it also break out of the on the 1% side and also on the 2% side. So let's sell at, yeah, don't wait for it to go for a long time. So if you just make a profit of 10% of your stake, so you can see we were using a stake of $5. So you can see also it has also break out of the two barriers. So we have also taken a trade. So we don't wait until it makes some good amount of money. Just 10% of our stake. So you can see our stake is $5. So after making 0.51, then we just stop that trade. So that's how you analyze. So when you break out of the two barriers, you take your trade. So only target 10% of your stake. So if you're using a stake of $5, then target $0.5. So if you're using a stake of $10, then you can target $10. So you can see it has only break out of the barrier on the 3% growth rate. So we don't enter a trade at that point. We only wait until it breaks out of the two barriers, both on the 1% growth rate and on the 3% growth rate. That is when we enter a trade. And we are going to only target 5% of our stake. So if you are using a stake of $6, we are going to target $0.6 at every run we make. So that's what you consider. So make sure these percentage here, it is 0.00%, to meaning that that market is not that highly volatile. Because if you are trading on a market that is going to 0.04, 0.01, that market is going to, you're going to end up blowing that account, because that market is highly volatile. But if you are trading on a 0.000, so you only wait until it breaks out of the both barriers on the 1% growth rate and on the 3% growth rate. So when it breaks out of the two barriers, then you can enter your trade. So you only target 5%, 10% of your stake. So if you're using a stake of $5, just target $0.5. So if you're using a stake of $10, only target only $1. So that's what you consider, and that's how you can end up growing these accounts. Even you multiply these accounts. So it's very simple to trade these accumulators. Accumulators is the most simple trade type that you can trade, as long as you obey that risk management.